Cove Street on a captain's assignment.
Japanese sent you out here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Councilman Harrison, yesterday, I'll show you on my phone here. I don't know if you can see it right. You see right there, Kaloji, right there? See Kaloji right there?
Yes.
Right there.
Yep.
What I did yesterday, I went to the clerk's office. I was trying to get this to walk on. I walked into the clerk's office. I see Mr. Conlon in there. I said, Mr. Conlon, I want to walk this on tonight. He starts yelling and screaming at me, and he's telling me, you can't walk that on. I said, whoa, what? He says, yeah, we can't walk that on. I said, yeah, I can. And then he goes, well, you need to speak to Mr. Kaloji. So I said, okay. I go outside. I walk outside, stand outside the door, the clerk's office, outside, on the air, and I call Mr. Kaloji. I call him twice. He doesn't answer. So I'm standing there, and then all of a sudden, 2 times after calling Kaloji, the mayor decides to call me. So the phone rings. He says, oh, hello. Here comes the clerk. He comes out of his office. He walks behind me. He walks to his car. As he walks to his car, he comes back. He comes back. He comes right behind me. He doesn't open up the door. He stands here. He's standing right. I'm standing here, and he's standing like right behind me here. He's behind me, hovering, and I'm thinking, oh shit, this dude's gonna punch me in the back of the head or something. I don't know. He ain't going in the door. He's standing right up behind me.
Yes, sir.
So I said, okay, babe, I'll talk to you later. Just saying that. So I start to try to move away because I don't know if he's going to sock me in the back of the head. As I move over here, he starts yelling and screaming like a crazy person. I look back. He's got his shades on. And he's standing there. He's standing there like this, with this look, like this.
Like he's gonna fight.
Like he's already.
Okay.
So I looked at him. I said, Mr. Conlon, you need to cease and desist. So as I'm walking, he says, I'm walking like this. He's screaming, you're trying to intimidate me. I'm like, I'm 25. What do you mean I'm intimidated? His fists were balled up.
Okay.
I think he was going to punch me in the back of the head.
Okay.
So I said,
and this happened right here?
No. This happened at the clerk's office.
At the clerk's office? Okay.
Right at the clerk's office yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday at 3, right around 3 o'clock. That's why I was calling Kaloji. That's why I was trying to show it to you about the time frame.
Do you happen to have your ID on you, sir? I know you are. I just,
Yeah.
it's all formality.
Yeah.
Three 340 special.
334.
939. Can you punch a card for a captain's assignment and just put me out on Cove Street on that same assignment, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. You're welcome.
Like I know who you are and everything. And
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, this guy, there's something not right with this guy. He had his incident, I think, last week.
And who is he?
He's the clerk. He's the city clerk, Mr. Conlon. He's a big guy like me. But he had an incident, I think, last week where 2 people came in there trying to videotape. He comes running out afterwards, he's telling police, oh, those 2 guys, they threatened my life. Well, they were videotaping everything. They never made it for it. But this guy, his behavior, this guy's out of control. It came up last night. We were trying to do George was thinking, we were talking about too, about a rice notice, about the clerk. He's got 4 women who got sexual harassment charges against him. Yeah.
So this happened at the clerk's office. About what time?
Right around 3 o'clock, around 3 p.m. Like I said, I walked into the clerk's office. I see his staff there. Cleveland's one of his staff members. Cleveland. I walk in. I said, hey, Cleveland. I said, it's Mr. Conlon. He goes, oh yeah, he's in his office. So I walk over. I had this in the folder, like this. I had this in the folder, and I say, excuse me, Mr. Conlon. I said, hey, I wanted to walk on. tonight. He says, what? What do you want to walk on tonight? I said, I want to walk on the Cap Bank. I want to walk in on tonight. And he goes, you can't walk that on. So he starts screaming and yelling like a crazy person. I said, yo, I can walk this on. I don't know what you're talking about. And then he goes, well, you got to talk to Kaloji. I said, I didn't want to deal with him because his voice was getting loud, and he jumped up. He jumped up from the seat. So I said, you know what? I went outside. I got on my phone. I stood, like I said, there's the door. Like, see, this is the door of the clerk's office. I walk out the door, and if you know, if you've ever in the clerk's office, when you walk out, there's a little pathway. There's a little wall there. So I leaned on the wall, and I'm calling Mr. Kaloji. And I called him twice. He didn't answer. And then all of a sudden, while I'm standing here, the phone rings. It's the mayor. So I said, let me answer. Let me talk to him. And all of a sudden, he comes out right behind me. He tells his staff that he's going to his car. He went right to the car, and then all of a sudden, he came back. And as he came back, I'm standing here. He's standing here like this. He won't open the door. He won't go in. He's standing right behind me. He's hovering behind me. So I'm thinking, I think this guy's going to punch me in the back of the head.
Right.
What the hell's going on here?
And this happens right in front of the clerk's office.
Right in front of the clerk's office. Right.
In regards to the paperwork.
Because to this.
To the ordinance.
So then as I'm walking away, as I'm trying to, this guy's going to punch me. I go to walk away. He starts yelling some crazy stuff. I said, Mr. Conlon, you need to cease and desist. When I turn around and look, he's standing there like this with his hands balled. And he's got he's got his shades on, but he's standing there with his hands balled. I'm like, this dude is nuts. He had his fists. They were like in a, so I'm thinking he was going to whack me in the back of the head. Because that's why I said in my head real quick, I said, shit, I didn't hear the door open. He's standing right behind me. And I went, ooh, let me move because he's going to punch me in the head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What's Mr. Collins' first name?
What the hell is his first name?
I know he's the city clerk, but
I don't even know what the hell his first name is. I'll be honest with you. I just call him Mr. Conlon. I'm one of them kind of people. I call people by their last name. You know what I mean?
What's the physical address again for that clerk's office? Is it right at City Hall?
Yeah, it's City Hall. City Hall address. Yeah. Why is my phone not working now? What the hell's going on? I'll try to restart the phone. What the hell is his first name? I never remember his goddamn first name. I just say Mr. Conlon all the time. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't even deal with this guy.
I could look it up. He's a city clerk.
Yeah, he's the city clerk.
So
I think last night, according to what he said last night, he wants the prosecutor's office now to look into it. I hope they do. Because he's got four people that have brought sexual harassment charges against him. He's had, I don't know, numerous incidents. He chased one of the city workers, the IT guy, into the bathroom. Trapped the goddamn guy in the bathroom, yelling and screaming at him. He's got a problem with being like in the head. He's not rap type. He's not rap type at all.
Radio check.
See, in my head, when I thought about it, I said, I'm standing here and I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, he didn't open up that door. He's hovering right behind me. He was trying to get some kind of incident, so I moved. As soon as I moved, I looked back. As I look back at him, I go like this. I look right at him. I see his hands bald. He's standing with his hands bald. I said,
what happened prior to this, sir? Prior to him even approaching you, did he? Were words exchanged in regards to the ordinance?
No, I said to him, I said, look, when I said, Mr. Conlon, I just want to walk this on.
Just to walk. Yeah.
I want to walk this on. And then he starts yelling like a crazy person, you can't walk that on. I said, whoa, what? I said, yeah, I can walk this on. You got to talk to Koji. That's our city attorney. And I was like, okay. So then he starts yelling, and then when I see him jumping from the seat, I said, oh, wait a minute. Let me get away from this crap.
Right.
So I go walk outside. I walk outside the clerk to defuse it, and I stand outside. So I'm calling Koji, and I knew in my head, I said, this guy's going to come behind me. And sure, he did. He went to the car, but when he came back, he stood there. He stood at the damn door like this, and he was hovering behind me. And I'm telling you, that's what I thought in my head. I said, this guy's going to try to punch me in the back of my head.
Right.
But this behavior from this guy, it seems to be, people have been dealing with this guy for a while.
334 dispatch. I'm gonna get your report number, sir, so we can get this on file, get an investigation for you.
Yeah, let me get the pen. I'll put it in my...
I'll write it down for you, sir.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. It's Unit 334. Can you change this to a harassment report? Could you please go with a report number?
Quick question. Is it 30 Cove, the correct address?
32? You can make it 32 code. 32 code.
It's 001 533.
Received, thank you. I'm going to give you my credentials too soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm Officer Di Natale, by the way.
1617 Princeton Avenue, vehicle maintenance, car wash.
What's that name sound familiar?
Di Natale, the long line of us that worked in the city.
I was going to say, I thought...
Al is my dad, Mark's my uncle.
Okay.
related to
'cause
any. all
they
of them.
they
Yeah.
grew up here, right? And they grew up in
Yes.
Shermanburg.
Yep.
Shermanburg,
Yes, they
okay.
did. That's my family. Yep.
Okay, because if you remember, I grew up in the city all my life. Go down Emory Avenue, right by Willie's, by Washington School. It's a store called Willie's.
Yep.
Willie's Deli. I was that little kid on the red bike.
Oh wow.
So that's why I laugh when I tell these people around here, like, they say, "Oh, you ain't from around here." Like, oh, yeah, Willie's Deli. I was that kid that made deliveries around here.
Wow. How about that?
So I grew up here all my
Yeah.
life, but I'm telling you, Steve Wilson could tell you, anybody else could tell you, this council is nuts. This clerk is nuts.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will certainly. I will get right on it. Make sure to report.
Thank you.
Sorry. Who's that for? So you have that report number. You have my name.
Yep.
I'm gonna document this. I just have to get Mr. Collins' information. I'll look it up. It's all public knowledge. Anyways.
Right.
I can easily look it up. We'll take a harassment report. I will pass this on to Captain Zappoli.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
it right
Appreciate
away,
your
sir.
time, man.
No problem,
Blessed
sir.
day. Thank you for your hard work.
You as well.
As I said,
Of course, sir. Anytime.
I can't stand these morons that keep talking about defund the police. I guess they've never been on Walnut like I've been. One block of Walnut.
Right. We do what we can. We do what we can. I'm gonna still
appreciate you.
still do my job here regardless.
I appreciate you, man.
You're no problem, Councilman. You have a great day. All right, I'm taking a report on this harassment. It's gonna be 901. Shutting down camera.